Awesome. Welcome to my 46-hour June 13th going north trip. Just about 3 hours here. This is the world's shortest bridge, or one of them, covered bridges. In Latchford there, I think it was. This is Hallaberry's train station. Beautiful scene of the tracks along the lake here. And in this next photo, I saw something on the Devil's Bridge trail I just didn't recognize. I couldn't tell you what that was. If you know, let me know. Coming through the forest, out at Devil's Rock, east of Cobalt. And look at this magnificent view. It's unbelievable. Unfortunately, the bugs own this land. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. What a place. So here in Hallaberry, there's a famous property, an abandoned, rich property. It wasn't completely built, wasn't finished. No one ever lived there, but millions of dollars paid into an eyesore on the lake here. And the reason I'm recording over this audio is because it was so windy there. You can't really hear what I was saying at all. So I turned that volume down just so you can get a sense of how windy it was. But here, with all those orange gaps in the fence, you can see plenty of people have trespassed in there. There is some security cameras, but it would not be hard to get in there and take a look around. So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing that we don't just have a world where stuff like this doesn't happen. Anyway, here's some signs at the local museum, some flyers, some maps. I really like that colorful map there. That was nice. And then some of these pointed out some trails and some areas that I will have to circle back around to, or already did. The 4 languages here: English, French, Punjabi, and Mandarin. What? But I guess that's where the market's going. Lots of Punjabi already up in Temagami Shore and the north. This is the giant bison north of Englehart in like Earlton area. I was surprised it was anatomically correct. I don't know. You get what I'm saying here. See that little mound on the right? That's Mount Cheminis. That's where I ended up going. There it is, a little bit closer. And then here's the view from the top. It's fantastic. Definitely worth it. You can feel the presence of spirit there. Beautiful spot. An absolute privilege. Highly recommend it. It is a little bit of a climb, but I mean, it's not that big of a climb, so if you can climb the stairs in your apartment building, whatever, you'd be fine. A little slippery. I was surprised to see a mounted structure up there, like a mounted bracket there. Not sure what they once had. Here's a view a little bit more northwest. That's the highway I think I was just on. Yeah, so that's northeast. That would be like northwest. That's the road that I came in, where I took the picture of it. And it's pretty cool because I'm going to end up camping later in this video in a spot where you can also see Cheminis in the background. So, it's Crystal Lake across from Lake Gem, Country Park. These views, it's hard to get enough of them. I also should mention, when I went through Temagami Shore the first time, I did do a couple of thrift store shops, and I got a bunch of picture frames, a belt for $2, this little beaver thing, 2 really cool board games, lots of treasures. Very excited about that. So this is where I set up for dinner that first night. Had a nice little fire here on Lake Charles, I think it is, just north of Larder Lake. Also went swimming briefly, like I put my foot in the water, did some skipping at Larder Lake. There's a big canine there. Here I was just exploring around on some mining road. There was a cute little island there, one of many. And here's a train track I checked out the next day over a beautiful little lake. Love me some train track bridge over a lake. I kept picking up a certain crystal. It was this one, Alite. Picked up at least 4 of them before I read that. And I was like, sweet. More beautiful lakes everywhere we look. And then I get to Kirkland Lake, and wouldn't you know it, I run into the guy that I moved to Kirkland Lake. There's 5,000 people in that town. The first place I park, he just happens to be walking by. So funny. Such a small world. I love it. So we went and played disc golf and then did this exploration around Gull Lake, which is their drinking water there. Very cool stuff. And here's a picture of me and Trevor there. His dad Ron there. They bought a house up there, fixed it up big time. I'm very happy for them. They've done great for themselves. And then I went on to Cake Iwan Park, where there's high falls. And at first I thought this was the waterfall, but this is just one drop of like 5, 6 that I went and found. These beautiful waterfalls. I went and put my foot in there too. They're really nice. And then you can climb right on top of it. I don't know if you're supposed to. I don't know if you should, but I was climbing all up on it. And then on the map, as I was exploring this area, I noticed on the map there's a place called Hell's Gate. And I was like, I've already been to Devil's Rock yesterday. Should have been to Hell's Gate, and sure enough, couldn't help myself. Went there. Here I am at one of the droppings of water. I love looking. You see the human structure there. It's like a bridge they once had, or a dam. I love seeing that when nature overpowers human forces in that way. When they're trying to contain a dam or something, it's nice to see that nature wins, as it always will in the end, for sure. So yeah, here's more. That might be Devil's Gate, right there. Or sorry, Hell's Gate. It's one of these many tightening channels. And here I am in Latchford, sleeping for the night. Beautiful spot by the lake. Absolutely beautiful. Here I am in the morning. I went to Temagami. And obviously, it was just before dawn when I went into this fire watch tower. And I'll tell you, that sky turned into pure cotton candy on the west. Like, look at this. This is just after official sunrise. I was loving it. windy up there, no doubt. So yeah, that's my beautiful little 46-hour trip. What a great time. It was definitely by divine timing that I met who I met, where I met them, and the times that were shared.